This is indeed a very special moment for you. This is a very special moment for your family and friends. And I know this is a very special moment for the entire Thompson staff who have worked so hard to make today possible. And I see them watching you so proudly in this moment. And this is a very, very special moment for me as well. I remember when we met a few years ago. I remember us excited, nervous, and just a little panicked as we merged two school communities into a new building. I remember us having to pivot shortly after moving in due to a global pandemic. I often think about the last 2 years and all that you've had to endure and navigate to get here today. No matter what the obstacles, no matter what the challenges, no matter how often you fell or got knocked over, you got back up and together we kept moving forward. I've been thinking a lot about what to say to such a resilient, courageous, and inspiring group of individuals like yourself. Congratulations, grads. What an amazing milestone you have reached. You are Thompson CI's graduating class of 2022, and for this we are very, very proud. Graduates, I want to share a story with you. This story made an impression on me when I first heard it a few years ago, and since then I think about it often. And I really, really want you grads to pay attention to it. A university professor started off his class by reaching into his pocket and pulling out a $50 bill. And in this class of about 200, he held up the $50 and asked how many of you would like this. Naturally, all 200 hands went up. He said, interesting. He folded the bill in half, held it up again, and said, how many of you want it now? Still, all 200 hands stayed up. The professor said, interesting, let me try this. He crumpled the bill in his hand, held it back up, and asked, how many of you want it now? And again, 200 hands still went up. He then threw the bill on the ground and stomped it with his shoe. He picked it up, crumpled it even more, held it up again, and asked, how many of you want it now? Again, all 200 hands went up. He said to the class, today you've learned a very important lesson. No matter what happened to that $50, no matter how many times it was folded, no matter how much it was crumpled and stomped on, you still wanted it because you knew it was still worth $50. In the same way that $50 bill held its value, so do you. No matter how many times life will knock you over, life will crumple you, life will squeeze you, you will always keep your value, that knowledge, that experience, that skill, and that incredible will that makes you, you. Class of 2022, over the past few years, you've had to endure the unimaginable. As Mr. Papa Constantino mentioned earlier, while preparing for post-secondary, taking care of your families, and navigating the global pandemic, you became our frontline heroes. We are so incredibly proud of you, and we know you will do amazing things in the years to come. We congratulate your parents and families, and know that they're very proud of you today as well. We thank our incredible staff for their tremendous work, support, and goodwill. And we thank our distinguished guests and award winners for their ongoing support of the amazing Thompson community. My mentor over the last couple of years, whenever things got tough, would always say to me, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Graduates, we have finished strong, and we wish you the very best as you begin the next chapter of your lives. I want to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite athletes, activists, and human beings, the greatest, the champ, Muhammad Ali, who said, I am grateful for all my victories, but I am especially grateful for my losses. Because it was the losses that made me work harder. Graduates, learn from your losses, celebrate your victories, and always show gratitude to those who supported you throughout the journey. Never give up, always keep moving forward, and remember nothing is impossible. Congratulations and tight and strong.